Hello everyone, this is Deepika, Assistant Professor of English. Today we are going to discuss about communication. Actually, every day we are communicating, so it's not going to be so tough to discuss about this. So we are going to see what is communication skills and how to develop it. And the next slide, what is communication? Communication is the creation or exchanging of thoughts, ideas, emotions, and understanding between sender and receiver. Of course, if there are two person means they are always communicating themselves. Why? They have to exchange their information and exchange their ideas and emotions. Always. Without communication, some people can't live. Not some people, and everyone can't live without communication and without sharing ideas and sharing information. And it occurs between people, as I said, and involves change in behavior, means to influence others, expression of thoughts and emotions through words and actions, tools for controlling and motivating people. It is a social and emotional process. Yes, of course, it's a social and emotional process. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about effective communication. As I said, everyone is communicating, right? But in English, there is one saying like, everyone is speaking, but few is communicating. Why? Why? Because there is a lot of difference between speaking and communicating. Speaking in the sense, if I speak in any language which you can't able to understand, that can be only speaking, but it can't be able to understand by the people means it is not a communication. So communication in the sense, the other people should understand what I am saying and what I am trying to say, and what I am trying to convey my emotions and feeling and etc. So the right people getting the right information at the right time. So this is an important concept, the right people getting the right information at the right time. And the next slide, we are going to discuss about what are the most common ways we communicate. And everywhere and every time and every people are communicating by speaking, by writing, and by conveying something by our gestures. It is about always communicating, like no? Yes. So spoken word, visual images, written word, and body language. Even through our body language, we are conveying some messages to others. For example, if a teacher enters into the room by walking, and the students can easily understand if whether the teacher happy or sad. So that is one kind of body language which is easily students can understand it. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about the communication process. So it is not it's not like the computer process and the computer language. It is about the simple process. It's like there is one sender and the another receiver. So if the sender sends a message through any medium is like a language or a mobile phone or written communication, anything else, to the receiver means the receiver decodes what I said. So that is an important thing. And then receiver responds to the sender. That means if I ask the student, what is your name? The students understands my question and then they reply their names. So that is the process between the sender and the receiver. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about types of communication. There is a verbal communication. In the verbal communication, there are oral communication, written communication, and mediated communication, and the non-verbal communication. So verbal and non-verbal, these are the two major communication. So verbal communication includes our tone, our language, and our sounds like no. Yes, in the non-verbal communication, our body language. It's on the whole, it's a body language. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about verbal communication. It's completely oral communication. By using our sounds and using our oral system, we are producing the sounds, no? Yes. So in which you will listen to a person, understand their meaning, takes place in real time. Examples like in person, face to face, and speeches like and presentation like this, and announcements. In our college, every day is our principal announcing something through a mic by using her oral communication. That can be oral communication. The next slide, we are going to discuss about the written communication. So by using the words, we are writing some messages to we are conveying the messages to our friends, our students, and our families. In ancient times, we are using some animals to convey our messages, and later period, the letter and the inscriptions became so popular, and some people inscribed it on the stone. In many temples we can see many inscriptions are there, and some poets try to write on the paper, and later the letter communication, when it becomes so popular, and we started to write a letter to our friends. Now it is changed in whole because of the technology development. Now we are using the mobile phones to message to our friends and families, like, no, and it's alternatively changed to the emojis. Through emojis we are expressing our emotions too. The next slide we are going to discuss about non-verbal communication. If the communication takes the 100%, means the oral communication takes it the 25% only. The non-verbal communication takes it 75%. For example, in which you observe a person, you understand their meaning. For example, it is maybe a psychological factor. If a person comes in your room, or if your father comes to you, you can understand what he feels and what he trying to say. And this is a one kind of non-verbal communication. The examples for non-verbal communication use, it's a body language through eye contacts and facial expressions, postures, and space and distance. You can maybe mystify that what is space and distance. By space and distance, what kind of a message somehow can understand. For example, if I distancing more means maybe I feel very so weird, something like that. Okay. So the next slide we are going to discuss about receiver's comprehension of message. So see, as I said earlier, 70% send us actual words. Actually 70% actually send us using their words, and 38% based on the paralanguage, the tone, pace, and volume of speech. That means if I speak English, right? Okay, some people can't be able to understand without the emotions and without expression. For example, if I speak only plain words, using the only plain words without emotions, without expressions, so some people can't able to understand it. Only people understand those who know the English. But and alternatively, we people are watching English movies, right? But we do not want to know the English completely. By watching the emotions, expressions of the actors, we can understand what is going on the screen. So that is the important thing. The tone makes the meaning perfect. And 55% based on non-verbal cues, that means our body language. So these are all the important pie chart. The next slide, we are going to discuss about barriers to communication. Okay, we know what is communication, what is the importance of communication, and how to communicate and how to be effective communicator. We all know about that, but we have some barriers to communicate this, right? Okay, the language is the biggest communication barrier. My audience may be not aware of English, means they can't be able to understand my English. So you choosing the language is very important thing. And time. Inappropriate time we communicate means inappropriate time. If we communicate it means some people can't be understand it. Why? For example, if I send a message in untime, means at midnight, some people can't be able to receive that message and answer me on that time. And too many questions, asking too many questions will interrupt the conversation. And distance also, noise, and inappropriate medium. Inappropriate medium means I just want to choose my medium. If I want to mobile phone means I just want to mobile phone. So I want if my audience or if my receiver don't have mobile phone means I should not choose my medium as the mobile phone. I should be conscious about that. And assumptions, misconceptions. Before some people speaking, we just think, oh, this is what they are going to speak. This kind of assumptions, we should not have that. And emotions and over emotions, people can be able to make the sense. If I anger means I should control while speaking. If I anger, I could not able to control my anger, I will spread many words will hurt the receiver. And language differences, disability and distractions. Some distraction will disturb ourselves to communicate the messages. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about improving body language. So as I said earlier, and as you all see in the pie chart in the previous slides, like there are 55% of communication have occurred with the non-verbal communication. So keep appropriate distance, touch only when it appropriate, take care of your appearance, be aware people may give false cues, maintain eye contact, smile genuinely. For me, smile is the best beauty product in the world. So if you wear the smile, means you can conquer the conversation between your communicator. In the next slide, we are going to see about success for you. Yes, if we follow this, means we can be a good communicator, an effective communicator. We can able to succeed our communication skills. So that's what we all discuss in the class. In the next class, we are going to see the more attractive things in the communication and what are the things we are going to adopt with us. So thank you.